With the Final Four tipping off and baseball season underway, more people are placing bets online. Of course, it's become more popular than ever, right? And so the Better Business Bureau, though, is warning about a spike in complaints that's tied to sports betting sites. This morning, the Better Business Bureau's Joe Ducey joining us live here in studio with what we have to watch out for before you place your bet with your hard-earned money. I mean, what kind of scams are you seeing right now?
Well, first of all, a lot of this is probably people are going to be like, go right over their heads because they're just going to bet.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what. Right.
Because Arizona's playing Illinois,
Sure.
Illinois State and the NIT. You got
know who you're going
Illinois
for.
State. Yeah, man, that never happens, And then the women playing here in Phoenix. Yeah,
I know.
so there's a lot
So much
going on. But yeah, we're seeing some concerns with people putting money in or having to have an account with a certain balance, and then they're winning, but they're not getting the money back. So it's the problem is they're dealing with places that they really don't know, like unregulated places where they're a little more regulated in this country. They may be based in another country. So there's some things that people need to do, some hoops they should jump through. Let me say. Yeah, hoops. Hey, you like it? Yeah, to be able to. That one just came.
That one almost went over my head. I was like, wait a second.
I had to point it out because it was a. So yeah. Because some things that they should probably do. But I have a couple exzaples here.
Okay, let's go over those.
BBB Scam Tracker. This one says the app lets you load money from debit or banking accounts without restrictions until you withdraw winnings, giving all kinds of excuses. The person lost $300. I made an initial deposit, won an $859 bet, and people are winning. Then this happens. The account closed immediately, can't get back the deposit, lost $2,243. Because in some cases, they have to keep a certain amount of money in their accounts, which isn't the case with all these guys and some of the big names. So yeah, there's some things you should probably do before you actually bet. And again, a lot of people are going to be like, just going to go ahead and do it, but you really should because we're seeing a lot of problems with these things.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They make it so easy too. You just click. Okay, let me add it in here, and then now I can go betting. But there are some red flags.
Well, even some of the big names, if you go to bbb.org, you can see that one will have like an A, one will have an F. But here are the things you should do. Check where the site is based. A lot of these places that are having problems are smaller names, and they're based in other countries. So you want to know. And if it's based in another country, you're going to have very little recourse in trying to get any money back. The second thing, verify the AZ Department of Gaming licensing area here to see if they're approved. All right? So now again, I know a lot of guys who and women who probably are not going to do this, but really, I think you should know where your money's going. Check reviews at bbb.org. You're going to see, even the big names, you're going to see reviews for them, and one of the biggest names has got an F with a BBB. Be cautious of big incentives and bonuses. Those are always the things that lure people in. With any of these scams that we talk about here in the morning, it's really the big fake promises and those kinds of things.
Absolutely. It's the old adage, right? If it's too good to be true, it usually is.
It usually is, yeah.
And so if they're promising you a crazy bonus, I mean, and here's the thing, I think you're right in general, right? People aren't going to go to the licensing and say, okay, is this it? However, you don't want to be that cautionary tale. If you didn't do this, they say you won big, right? And then your money is gone. Well, I'd be pretty mad because you probably have plans for that money, right? Times are tough. You need the extra, whatever you're getting. And we don't want you to be that cautionary tale.
Well, then you file a complaint with Scam Tracker, and then we use you as an example here next time.
Right.
So you don't want to be the example of the people that we're using here for it. It's a sad situation. But the Arizona Attorney General's office has gone after one of these companies. City of Baltimore went after one. I think Washington State. So there are some actions being taken to make sure that people are not being taken advantage of.
Yeah, so important. Because, sports betting is more popular than ever. People, I mean, it is big money here. And so we just don't want you to lose that, other than the fairway, which if you went on the losing team, hey, there's nothing we can do about that one. Well, thank you so much, Joe. Tell us again how we can get a hold of you and keep on top of our money.
Yeah, you go to joeknowsbetter.com. That's where all the scams are. You can also go to bbb.org. And you can look up, again, the reviews. And for businesses, when you're trying to do business, you want to see who you're dealing with.
Absolutely. All right, Joe Ducey, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.